Hello, I'm in West Park, just over the other side of the bandstand where the flags are. It's a whole crowd of people who I don't want to just film, just in case. Yeah, so this is my first official stand in my new home, Wolverhampton, at West Park. A really nice crowd of people have come down on yet another really chilly spring morning. Hope you're really doing well, and oh, thank you, Rab, love and support from Northern Ireland. Thank you, same back at you. I hope you've been having a lovely stand this morning, or have had one already, depending on where you are. Yeah, it's a funny one. I really miss St Albans. I miss all of you there. But it's really nice to be meeting new people and getting involved in a new community. I know that people are really active in the Midlands, so I'm really looking forward to getting involved with stuff happening around here. We were just having a chat this morning. Hey, Cairns crew, hello. Oh, thanks, Kathleen in Canada. Lots of love to you as well. Yeah, we were just having a chat, a few of us, about how important it is to keep all of this going. I know I say it in pretty much every live these days. But yeah, it's you know, we were talking about how obviously the stands, they came into being as a, you know, I guess it was a form of protest in a very non-traditional way, against the lockdowns and the restrictions and just, you know, the craziness that started 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now. But of course, like anything, when you get people together, things evolve and grow organically. And while the, you know, the basic tenets of a stand in the park obviously remain, you know, we are making our stands just by being present in the park every week. We're making our stand and saying we will not be going along with whatever is thrown at us. We're also building those communities, and we are really going to need that more than ever now, because yeah, we've got the food shortages coming, we've got the insane price hikes, we've got the things that are really going to be, and already are, squeezing us. And so it's, you know, the most important thing we can do is come together, share our resources, get creative, come up with those alternative solutions to the problems that we're facing. Everything's so much easier to face when you're not alone. They've really tried their best to isolate us over the last few years, and to make everybody really suspicious of each other, to try and break those relationships. I mean, we've seen it within our own families, you know, how easy it is for relationships to be broken apart. So when we do something like this, when we're coming together every week, you know, with people that we didn't know before, we might never have normally made friends with, and yet we're doing that, and it's just such a major loss for them. It really is. When we're doing things like this, it's their worst nightmare. And so yeah, do make the effort to maintain your stand. We're there for you know, we're standing for truth and freedom. It doesn't change. So whatever the circumstances are, it doesn't matter whether there are restrictions or not, we stand, because this is a war. It's a war on so many levels, not least spiritually. They want our minds, they want our souls, and you know, whenever they can create that distance between us, break us apart, you know, then they're getting exactly what they want. So when we're doing things like this, it's one in the eye. It really is one in the eye for them. So and also it's just really fun and nice, and you know, it's just a great thing to be doing regardless. So yeah, I hope you're finding that support from your stands, you know, and whatever other groups that you might belong to. There's so much going on, which is just amazing, but we do need to yeah, keep our eye on the ball, because as we know, there's so much going on. And it's another thing we were just having a chat about this morning, is that it's if everybody actually made their major focus on creating the world that we want to be living in, and not, you know, having our energy completely absorbed by what's going on out there, then, you know, we would be in a much stronger, happier position already, because we do create our own reality. It's all about where our focus is, our intention. It's an intentional universe that we live in. And so if we can be mindful of what's happening, obviously, but really have at the forefront of our minds, what is it, how is it I want to be living, what is it I want to be experiencing, what kind of world do I want to be living in. And yeah, it's be the change that you want to see in the world, and it all flows from there, from that point. But it's very difficult to get that going when we're constantly distracted and enraged by what's being apparently done to us. It's completely understandable, but at some point we need to shift from that, because yeah, it's not actually going to get us out of this. So there's so many great things going on, there really are. We were talking about also about getting some land, you know, for lots of us are starting to grow our own food, but when you can do that as a collective, you know, it makes a massive impact, a real difference. And I know a lot of people are starting to do that. So just things like that, taking our power back. I do have faith that, as I've said before, that alternative systems will come into play out of necessity, because it's just yeah, we're just not going to have it, are we? We're not going to be, you know, we're in an absolutely abundant, plentiful universe, and to have basic needs cut off from us, like heat, energy supplies, food, it's unacceptable on every level. And being the endlessly creative beings that we are, we cannot help but create. Then the solutions will emerge, but it's something that we all need to be involved in. We all need to be doing our bit. And so it's just, yeah, if we can be there for each other, supporting each other, so we don't get lost in the fear of what could happen in the future. That's really what we need to be doing right now. So anyway, I'm going to go back and get a cup of tea. My hands are freezing. I've got enough layers on this week,
which is something, but I actually could have done with my gloves, to be honest. I hope it's warmer where you are, wherever you are. Hey Mark, hello from Sydney, Australia. Oh, lots of love to you out there. Yeah, lots of love to everyone in Australia, Canada, the States, all these countries where you're standing. We've got lots of stands in Europe, and it's a wonderful worldwide community we've got going here, and it's just so reassuring to know there's so many of us around the world. There isn't one country on earth that doesn't have a resistance movement, a freedom movement, you know, whatever shape or form. So, you know, they're not going to win. They're not going to win this, no matter how things appear, no matter how dark it may get before dawn. Dawn will come, and we can get through this together. The fact that we've come through the last couple of years. I mean, I was thinking back to when the mask mandates first came in, over here at least, and just being one of the only people, you know, when I was out and about on my own, one of the only people without a mask, and it was just the most surreal feeling, the most alienating feeling, absolutely bizarre, and like being in a film, really. And I think that we've, you know, and obviously so many other people will have had exactly the same experience of being that kind of outcast, the other. And so we've come through it, and it's, you know, it does take a certain strength of character and inner strength and stability. So again, hats off to everyone. You know, we're so much stronger than we give ourselves credit for. We really, really are. So should be very proud, really, all of us. So anyway, lots of love to you all. Have a great rest of the day, evening, whatever time it is where you are, and lots of love. Speak to you soon. Peace.